The screech of drones has become the defining sound of the Russia-Ukraine war. Two Russian commentaries describe what it's like in an environment where, according to Russian sources, Ukrainian drones outnumber Russian by 7-1. Den Surka, written by a frontline Russian soldier, gives an insight into the psychological impact of 24/7 drone warfare. There is absolutely nothing to write about. Every day is full of events and tension, but even so, nothing inside wants to even try to cling to some moment. Several of our dugouts were burned. I passed by, I saw these pits filled with ash and burnt metal. Now we are huddled in other places, not so comfortable and, literally, almost on top of each other. Several people were buried under the thickness of the earth during this time, and only 3 survived and dug out. If someone could predict the weather, maybe there would be no yesterday. 3 of us went for food in the morning, 2 returned in the evening. One of us had his spine damaged by shrapnel. The most offensive thing is an accidental short range, an accidental shrapnel that flew under a bulletproof vest. And an hour and a half of hell for all of us. To pull out, provide assistance, wait for evacuation, and hide from the omnipresent eyes of the enemy. To shrink into a green lump soaked in adrenaline in the bushes under the nasty ringing of kamikaze drones screwing into your ears. In the morning, the fog descends and everything comes to life. People scurry back and forth carrying food, water, wires. Oh, wires? They're coming to us. We drag a broken and 1,000 times patched field telephone line through the fog from one dugout to another to invite the mythical light to visit. No, I don't want to keep it in my memory or notes at all. All these adrenaline roller coasters, snatches of sleep, rapidly thinning faces, and an eternal shortage of cigarettes. Sometimes I catch myself thinking that that's it. I'm so tired that it's time to throw on a backpack and go back and forth for something else and die if I die. But the body greedily clings to life and the cigarettes smolder, burning my fingers with the next drag in the darkness of the dugouts. In a similar vein, Marmot of the Burning Steppes describes the difficulty of movement while under drone attack. The top 10 most unpleasant situations, according to my personal shitometer, that my colleagues and I regularly find ourselves in, include a situation where you sit for hours with a car, motorcycle, ATV in a small safe zone, bushes, a forest, or even in a postcard-sized hole without the opportunity to eat because of the incessant movement of drones. Even if you shoot one down, another will take its place within a couple of minutes. An incessant stream of kamikazes can hold you in one place for hours, and if one finds a target, catches it in motion, and blocks the passage with debris, you can safely spread out your sleeping bag and wait for the next day, stuck at the exit from the forest, at a sighted point, under tank attacks, 2 minutes, arrival, 2 minutes, arrival, and on the radio-piercing warnings about swarms of kamikazes in the fields. I don't know how long ago I caught a terrible feeling of hopelessness, but today it was definitely there. It's in moments like these that the saying, "There are no atheists in the trenches," comes into play. In such a situation, you definitely rely on blind chance, each time realizing that the arrival is 50 meters away, or 30, or you get hit on the head when the branches of a tree snapped in half fly at your head. And at that moment, such a beautiful, refreshing, like ice-cold kvass in the desert. The sky is clear and kilograms of sand from under the skidding wheels. The engine, with the fuse forcibly disconnected, 140 kilometers per hour on the plaintively burning warning sign of the speedometer. The bumps are not swallowed by the suspension, they fly by. I had to jump out on the road from off-road, and again, the sky is dirty. Take cover! And flying into the garage, I run off the ATV because my thighs are naturally ready to be covered in blisters from the heat pouring from the ringing cooling engine. But no, the kamikaze whirls around, does not let me breathe fully. Again and again, the ominous squeal of motors looking for us, looking where the cars are hidden until it receives a charge of pellets. And back on the road again, and so on by leaps and bounds. Permutations, each of which is a spin of the drum in the field of miracles of Russian roulette, where each victory is not only a consequence of discipline, endurance, and the ability to be ready for action for a long time, but also a blind chance. And finally, here it is. A bright, warm dugout with a roaring stove, sweet tea, a tasty cookie, and a strong desire to fall and pour all the shit out of this night. Russian military equipment, trucks, and personnel destroyed in the Kharkiv region. Russian tanks are burning and personnel are being targeted by FPV fire from the 3rd Assault Brigade. In the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, the Kharkiv region has once again become a flashpoint as Russian military forces endure significant losses. Recent reports indicate that multiple Russian trucks, armored vehicles, and tanks have been destroyed in this area. Striking visuals show Russian tanks engulfed in flames, a stark symbol of Ukraine's intensifying counteroffensive. The 3rd Assault Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces is playing a critical role in these operations, effectively employing first-person view drone strikes to devastating effect. These precision-guided drone attacks have not only neutralized heavy equipment, but have also inflicted casualties among Russian personnel, disrupting enemy movement and logistics. This latest development underscores Ukraine's growing reliance on innovative battlefield technologies, with FPV drones emerging as a cost-effective and highly efficient method of frontline warfare. As the battle for Kharkiv intensifies, the successful use of these tactics could mark a turning point in Ukraine's broader strategy to reclaim occupied territories. These successful strikes highlight a shift in modern warfare, where low-cost, high-impact drone technology is leveling the playing field against larger, better-equipped forces. The 3rd Assault Brigade has demonstrated remarkable tactical coordination, using real-time intelligence and rapid drone deployment to strike with precision and speed. In addition to vehicle losses, Russian infantry units have also taken heavy casualties. Footage from the front line reveals disoriented Russian soldiers scrambling for cover, only to be picked off by incoming drone fire. The psychological impact of such constant aerial threat is further degrading enemy morale. Ukraine's command believes that continued pressure in the Kharkiv direction could force Russian units to retreat from key positions, opening the path for further advances. With each successful strike, Ukrainian forces not only weaken Russian capabilities, but also send a clear message. The battlefield is evolving, and Ukraine is adapting faster.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.